Hello everyone, my name is John. Today we'll be presenting the Gordie Howe International Bridge Case Analysis. Each of my group members will say their name on their slide. Next slide. I'll be presenting the project objective. The objective was to successfully build a 6-lane bridge connecting the US and Canada, ensuring seamless cross-border transportation. To ensure long-term operational success and sustainability through toll collection and management. To develop a reliable structure benefiting all parties involved while staying within budget. Now for the next slide, I'll hand it over to my colleague, Tej.
Hello everyone, let me turn on my video. Hello everyone, good evening. Thank you John for the wonderful introduction. Now I'm going to speak about project initiation and planning. So success factors. The project management body of knowledge, PMBOK, is a completely comprehensive set of guidelines, best practices, consistent, efficient, aligned with industry best practices and standards for the project management. Public-private partnership management. Public-private Public-private partnership management involves in collaboration between government and private sector entities to deliver public services or infrastructure, while proactive risk management focuses on identifying and migrating potential project risks early. Community benefits and environmental sustainability aim to provide social, economic, and environmental advantages to the local communities, and environmental sustainability emphasizes minimizing the negative impacts on the environment throughout the project life cycle. And next, I'll hand over the presentation to Israt for the next slide. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Israt Jahan Iti. I hope you guys are doing well. Today I'll be presenting the project initiation and planning part 1 extending. The scope of the project is 1.5 mile bridge, ports of entry in both countries, toll facilities, separate lanes for cars, pedestrians and cyclists, local infrastructure upgrades. The budget of the project is total 5.7 billion CAD. Thanks for I'm sorry.
Thank you, Iti. This is Ravichandra, and today I'm going to explain about the milestone schedule. There are like several types of milestone. The first one is like when we are going to start a new project, it is going to take almost like for 70 months, 74 months of construction. So for the example, like construction from 2018 to end of 2024. Primary milestone includes foundation work, property acquisition, and pedestrian bridge design as shown in the milestone schedule. There are like three types of like the first thing is like property acquisition, foundation work, and second one is construction in privilegation, selection of pedestrian bridge designs, and the end completed by the end of 2024. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Arvind. I'll be talking about the key stakeholders involved in the project initiation and planning. Windsor Detroit Bridge Authority, the oversight and project management. Bridging North America, the private sector partner for design, build, finance, and operation. Canadian and US government, the environmental and regulatory oversight. Local communities and business, the beneficiaries of infrastructure upgrades, and the environmental community organizations, the stakeholders in environmental sustainability and community benefits. My colleague Huda will be presenting stakeholder interest.
Hello everyone, thank you. Just let me open my camera. Yeah, so thank you. Hello everyone, this is Huda. I'm going to talk about stakeholders' interest. We know they have many concerns, but the main focus were on government for over cross-border efficiency, with communities for private economic opportunities, job creation, minimal environmental impact, and with private partners for profitable project completion, long-term maintenance. We also noted the initial risks that we found were looked at were cross-border coordination challenges, delay in land acquisition and legal approvals, supply chain disruptions, environmental concerns, public resistance or stakeholders misalignment. Thank you. My next colleague will continue from here now.
Hello everyone, good evening to all. Today my topic is risk management and insights. Proactive identification and mitigation throughout the scenario modeling and monthly schedule analysis. Stakeholder evaluation. Governmental expectation shifted to emphasize sustainability. Community expectation increased around the community benefit plan. Thank you for this opportunity to explain.
Hi everyone, my name is Ishwar Surya Karingla. I'm here to talk about execution monitoring and controlling. Possible initial risks, example, cross-border regulatory delays, supply chain disruptions, and environmental compliance risks. Thank you.
Hi everyone, this is Bhuvaneshri. Today I'll be talking about the top 5 risks in execution monitoring and controlling. The first one is regulatory approval delays and which slow down the process, and second one is environmental compliance and legal challenges. And coming to the third one, construction delays from weather or other external factors. And the next one is stakeholder misalignment on community benefits plan and cross-border coordination issues like security or custom integration. And next slide will be continued by Sai Sriram. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sai Sriram. Today my topic is gonna be about execution monitoring and controlling. Se- Several risk management strategies were adopted in the phase to enhance the project unfolding. These includes monthly schedule analysis. This helped in recognize early such activities which will act as in critical parts and the project. The next one is cross-functional governance framework. Integrated working was practiced to manage stakeholders' relationship and unite all sectors to avoid clashes. And the next one is proactive stakeholders communication. As the arose, concerns were addressed while ensuring everyone is aligned through unusual updates and meetings. The last one is scenario modeling. This technique was used to identify and develop action plans for possible problems regarding people, issues, and cost overrun. These strategies combined form a sound functional model for managing project control and risk minimization that would keep the project tightly aligned. Next, I'm going to pass out to my colleague Rahul. Thank you.
Thank you for passing it to me. And today I'm going to present about communication register, and this communication plays a virtual role and purpose and per frequency where we can monitor the risk, work risk, and there are few of them key communications and monthly progress report, how it's going to be run if any risks are continuing. We can set up some meetings and to solve it, and there is community outreach and government briefings and crisis communications. So this all plays virtual role in this project while we are doing. So I will pass it to Ali. So he will state some key communications through it. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. As I have already said that already we have initiated the project, and the next critical phase is to execute that one and to monitor and control that one. These are critically important as the initiation. So, as my fellow colleague just explained the key points for taking care of that one, I would like to explain a little bit. If you can see on the slides show that there are different events needed to be executed at the very beginning. The first event is the government briefing, and as we know, the project is associated with Canada and USA, so this is very critical to take care of. And the frequent updates for both the governments is very essential because they are two different administration. And in that sense, we see that the progress updates are very critical, and decision should be taken care of weekly. The second thing is the risk status, which is a risk mitigation or risk management, which is very critical for any project. And the purpose of doing that is to review the emerging risk for that, and the project that needs to be done at least bi-weekly. The third, a very important aspect of this project management is the progress report, because whatever the progress is happening, we have to make sure we know both the parties know the development of that, the progress of that, and the stakeholders should be aware of any potential upcoming risk and the project updates. The fourth pillar is the community outreach, which my fellow colleague earlier discussed a little bit about that, and which the details development of the local businesses, unions, and residents. That is critical for the overall development of that area, and that progress updates needed to be updated quarterly. Last but not least, the crisis communications. It can be happen in any project management, and that's why we in our course we have learned how to do the reserve management and how to do the managerial reserve for the timing, and addressing that. To address that one as soon as possible, we need to do a non-routine checkup for that. Whenever any emergency comes to the situation, we have to make sure the project needed to be run based on the collaboration of the two parties. So the overall success is the next part of the presentation, and I believe my colleague will say you what we think about the overall project presentation. So let's move on to that one. Thank you. I'm handing it over to you.
All right. Thank you very much, Ali. So as my fellow students have explained earlier with all the core details of the project, how do we conclude that a project was successful or not? There are certain key factors that we all use in order to assess a project to be successful. And in this case, we can tell that the project was almost successful, but as it's still under process and it will conclude in December 2024, we are going to take the details from the starting date until now, which is 2018 to 2024, and the reasons which we consider to make sure that the project is successful. On-time delivery of the project, despite some delays and overall project details, the project remains on track so far from 2018, which is a positive note for the success of it. The budget adherence, there is certain budget which is aligned to each and every project, considering the market value and everything, and this project has been under the limit, and that is one of the key factors that we need to consider. And the third thing is prosper scope management. This means that the infrastructure delivered was as planned with additional benefits to local communities. The next one is the solid quality and sustainability, where environment and the governance accolades with the sustainable infrastructure, including the lightning and the wildlife eco passage. And the next one would be risk management, where the effective mitigation of major risks like regulatory delays and the stakeholder alignments were considered. The stakeholder engagement is the last one, which was successful in maintaining government, community, and the private sector alignment. I would be passing this on for the reference of our project and other details to my fellow student. Thank you, everyone.
I think you're on mute.
Thank you, Sanjana. My team has done a very good job, providing a clear-cut explanation about this topic. And now I'm going to conclude the topic. The project is well managed and follows the proper guide standards, demonstrating great execution and cross-border collaboration and infrastructure development, and its sustainable practices. Overall, it is on track to be a huge success for everyone involved, especially due to the implementation of the community benefits plan, including workforce development and improvements. And these are the references which we are kept in the topic for your reference. Thank you, Professor, for giving this opportunity.